We are reporting from multiple sources, and NewsNation is comfortable reporting that authorities say the mass murderer in Maine has been found, and he was found dead. The assumption is this was the suicide that many expected. We have Alex Capriello there. We'll check with him. I want to bring in Jim Clemente. Okay, so this FBI agent profiler expert. So, Jim, this is an atypical one in terms of its process, but not in terms of its reported conclusion. Mass murderers, especially when motivated by mental illness, madness, very often they are homicide, suicide situations. We're just not used to seeing them where they're not immediate, where they either take on the police or they take out themselves. That makes this one different if that's how it ended.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about Dorner earlier, and he kept moving. It was sort of an ongoing event. He kept looking for opportunities to attack people and cops, and this guy may have been on his way to that and then got interrupted, or it could be just the sirens approaching that made him take his own life, if that's what happened. So we don't know exactly.
Oh, that's an interesting question. So it's, if they found him dead, that's interesting. I'm assuming, based on the reporting, that they found him dead, as opposed to they found him and then he killed himself. I think that if that's what happened, they would probably be reporting it that way because it's an important distinction. But it was interesting. The suggestion was, well, unless he took a boat, then there's got to be a plan afoot because his car would never be there. But as Jim is suggesting, well, no, he may have not had a boat, but that's where he stopped his car and then he went into the woods somewhere where they couldn't find him very easily and killed himself. That could also be what happened here.
Yeah, it could very well be that when I said the sirens coming, it could have been the original sirens when the actual events just went down, when they were responding to the original shootings. That in and of itself could have been the trigger for him to then take his own life. He may have thought he could go on to another place, but when the police response was so quick that he probably just went to a place where he could do that. And it's unfortunate for his family, but of course it's fortunate for the community that he's no longer a risk.
Yeah, and also, look, you know, who knows whether it's unfortunate for the family. You know what I mean? The burden that this was going to put on the family, especially if he is as profoundly ill and no longer himself as they understood him and knew him before his illness, because by reputation, this was a nice guy. And, you know, who knows what the mental illness did to him? But, well, I guess we do, right, Jim? I mean, the reports from his service this summer that he was so violent that they had to get him evaluated for his mental health, that he was making threats to attack a facility, that he was hearing voices, including that he believed were emanating from deaf people in a bowling alley. You know, this is a guy who had obviously materially changed, and unfortunately, there was nothing the people around him, I guess, could do to get him to help himself enough.
Yeah, well, Chris, you know, I always say these things happen because of a combination of events. I mean, unfortunately, genetics loads the gun, personality and psychology aims it, and then experiences pull the trigger. And I think that's what happened here. I think the personality and psychology, I think the disassociation and the you know, fantasies that he was living under, that actually, you know, created that perfect storm where he thought the best thing to do is to act out like this. And it's just a horrific situation.
So, Jim, stay with me. Let's get some information, and then you can analyze it for us. But I absolutely believe that I'm going to get the most questions about what you just said. Say that again about the genetics, psychology.
Yeah, genetics loads the gun, psychology and personality aim it, and your experiences pull the trigger. It's that biopsychosocial mix that creates a situation like this.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.